Hello and welcome to That's What She Said. Our show is now brought to you in 12 tasty fruit flavors. Go ahead, lick your screen. We'll wait. All right, who got snozberry? Call in. It's That's What She Said.
This program is brought to you through the kind support of the Friends of That's What She Said. Support BCTV by visiting bctv.org/support.
It used to be great, now it's not so great, but it's still pretty great. Reading. Ate pretzels non-stop and pot pie no top. More dessert till we drop. Perks. Did they really say that? They did not say that. Yeah, they did say that. That's what she said.
We're really hoping to hear from the snozberry taster. Anyway, here we are. I'm Jane Street. We have Sheila and
Martha
and
Nicole.
Welcome and thank you for being with us. Remember, you can call us at 610-378-0426 or tweet us. We have the Twitter already at @SheTweetsToMe. That's @SheTweetsToMe. I have an Instagram now. It's wonderful.
Oh wow!
Yes,
Hey, you're stepping it up.
I am diving head first, sort of into the shallow end of the technological age. If you want to follow me on,
Instagram's a big deal.
it is. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Jane Street one word .twss, as in That's What She Said. So I'm Jane Street .twss. Look me up, follow me.
I'm going to do that.
Well,
I will
excellent. I can't
definitely
guarantee
do
there's
that.
anything interesting
I
going to be
will.
on, but who knows?
Does this mean I need an Instagram? I need
Maybe
an
you'll find me at the spa.
I just-
Anyway,
Instagram.
just so you know, we are giving away another set of glasses somewhere in the show. So stay tuned for that. Again, it's going to be the third caller, but don't call in until we say go. So, well, here we are. I think we've babbled enough. Have I forgotten anything here? Well, we'll go over that at the end. We're very excited, and I want to get this done with. Was it 2 years ago at the Christmas time we did a tour of Plough Farms?
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was
will be
2
2
years
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah, because I was still
where
pregnant.
they
That's right.
they do wonderful Christmas trees there, and we just saw an article I think on Facebook that said they are going to supply Reading with the most beautiful Christmas tree ever this year.
wow.
So
Instead of
hopefully
the
we will not
Christmas
have
tree.
the ugly Christmas tree controversy that we had last year.
And that's a
I
guarantee
thought that
because
tree
they
was
don't make ugly
charming.
Christmas
No,
trees
they
at Plough
don't.
Farms.
He is
I remember
such a
Nicole,
wonderful.
I wasn't there last year, but I got to watch you pregnant in your dress cutting a
That's
tree
right.
down. I couldn't believe my
That's
eyes.
right. You were buried under that tree with dogs running at you and
Oh, forget
sawing
it.
trees
That
down.
just sounds like a complete nightmare.
That big horse of a dog. Yeah.
There's that ag degree coming right in handy.
Oh, there.
Guns.
I would have hated it between cutting trees. No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you
And
were.
dogs, I'm
there's-
not doing it. No.
Cut your own tree down. That's like those
Plough
restaurants where like
Farms
cook
do
your own
deliver.
steak.
Come to my house. I'll cook
I have
for
to
you, but I'm
admit,
not coming to you.
I went with Jamie to get his tree last year, and we pondered it, and then I said, no, if this tree's coming down, it's going to be someone with a chainsaw. We're not doing it.
You're not cutting your own tree. They have people for that, right?
They do. They have
People.
They have
People who love doing that.
people who love doing that and aren't in heels.
I have a friend who
And-
loves cutting trees down. That's what he does for a living.
Well,
I
whatever
love that he
floats your
loves
boat.
it, but that's not me.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have a wonderful show for you tonight. It's jam-packed and fun-filled, and we should start instead of.
Indeed. We should start.
Well, we should. How about that, Ashley Madison?
Hi.
There's a start.
My husband and I were just talking about this at dinner. We should,
Well, for the-
prime dinner conversation.
Explain what Ashley Madison is for those who may not
Okay, so
be watching
Ashley
the news.
Madison is this website out of Canada.
It's
and
terrible.
I saw on Facebook somebody took a screenshot of their website. Their tagline was literally, "Life is short, cheat." That was their tagline. So it's this website where you could go and sign up to have an affair.
Yeah, it facilitates affairs.
Right, but
For married people, it's like specifically for married people.
Right, but you could also sign up if you were single. You didn't have to be married. But the big thing that they had a problem with is, well, I guess that's not why it happened. But if you wanted to deactivate your account, you had to pay.
Oh, wow.
They would not deactivate your account unless you paid. And then it came to light when they released all these names. There were people who had paid to deactivate. Their stuff still came up.
But there were people,
Like the Duggar
hundreds of people who used their government websites.
Yeah, idiots.
And who used their business websites
Right.
because they were either too arrogant or too stupid to know they could have gotten an anonymous website at whatever, you know.
And now that they've
But,
been hacked,
you know,
everybody
there
knows their
are a
business.
lot of government
Yeah.
employees
Now,
using their government
now how do we just
websites.
feel about adultery?
Oh, it's and
That's
my
a hot topic.
husband. My husband and I
No.
talked about it, and we said it's a deal breaker.
Yeah, it is.
We will
Absolutely.
We will
Lorena-
not ever cheat. It is a deal breaker.
Lorena
It's
Babbitt
definitely
had
a
it
deal
right.
breaker. Whoa.
Yeah.
Lorena Babbitt.
That's hardcore.
Chop, chop, chop.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it's a deal breaker too, but
My biggest thing with the Ashley Madison thing, and this is what we were talking about tonight, because my husband is my news source. He comes home and he's like, "Did you hear about this?" And I went, "No, I have no time. So educate me." Apparently, there have now been at least 3 people who were exposed in that who have committed suicide, because one was a Saudi Arabian man who went on there as man seeking man, and when his name came out,
shame.
that's and so that site was serving a purpose for him in a different way. But and the people that hacked, they sent this letter out like, "You are not our real targets. Ashley Madison and its parent company, they are the real targets." But it's like,
Damage is
you
done.
have to understand that there would be, some
type of repercussions, joining
things that would
type of-
happen.
But
you know,
this was
some-
absolutely a sex site. This wasn't
Yeah.
for dating. This wasn't like, all those cute
Oh,
little
I
dating
do
sites.
not condone what they did at all.
This
No.
was all about sex.
Ashley
But there
Madison
are
was
some
a
good
terrible
things.
website.
It is
There's
a terrible
there's
website.
incredible
I feel like they deserve
there's an
to get
incredible
bashed, too.
amount of hypocrisy in the world, and there are some good benefits to this all coming to light.
Because it shows how common it is, for one thing.
It shows how common it is, and there are any number of people who have come out as claiming to be moral, upright citizens who suddenly have
these
been
dirty
discovered
little
to use
secrets.
these dirty little secrets.
Yeah.
We all have dirty little secrets. It's when we start
Exactly.
being holier than thou that it
Exactly.
becomes a problem.
Yeah.
But
And they're only
were
sorry when
five-
they get caught.
exactly.
Like, would you have been sorry before?
5 sites
Probably
from
not.
the Vatican, truly, that
Yeah.
use Vatican.
Yeah, I'm not. I want to make it clear. I don't think Ashley Madison is a great site at all. I'm glad that it was exposed in this way, but I do feel for the people whose
lives are going to be upturned.
and I feel for the people who found out that their spouse was not the person that they thought they were, and my heart breaks for those people. But maybe part of the thing with the internet and this technological boom and all that is we've become so anonymous that we think we can ghost whenever we want, but
We have no secrets.
Not on the internet.
Not-
Are you kidding?
There are no secrets left anywhere.
Anywhere, you're
so
right.
if you're going to do something, know that sometime somebody is going to find out about it. We're watching you. And on that note,
Ashley.
enough of Ashley.
Terrible.
and on that note, and something lighter, we last Sunday, was it Sunday? Monday, last Monday, time flies. There was an LGBT night at the Reading Fightins, and we
That
are
was so fun.
beautiful.
So fun.
We are allies. Martha couldn't make it,
I was
but
so sorry I
oh,
couldn't.
Oh, it was a fun night.
I
didn't-
missed you there.
we didn't
It
watch
was
a lick of
really
baseball,
hot,
but we
though.
had great time talking
I
to
thought
friends and eating things and
Veggie race.
but we yes, we love the veggie
I
race.
love the veggie race.
But we took some film of our field trip, and let's roll that first one now.
We're here with
Ben Marcus,
and you're representing what?
Reading Fightins,
And you're the wonderful sponsor of this event.
one of several.
All right. And how is the relationship with the Fighting Fightins been?
Excellent. They've been so cooperative, and next next year's our 10th anniversary, and they're looking at doing something special with us for next year's LGBT Night.
That's amazing. Now, Reading Pride, I see on your show here. Is this an organization anyone can be a part of?
Yes, anybody can be a part of it.
And how do you find that?
Just go to our website and at www.readingpridecelebration.org, and you can email us about your interest through that website.
That's absolutely wonderful. And you're going to actually get inside to watch some of the game, aren't you? Excellent. Well, thank you for talking with us. Is there anything you'd like us to know about the evening or Reading Pride?
It's just that we're happy to be here.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Pat.
Thank you. All right.
We want to send out a special hello to Richard Spangler, who was not able to be there. He's actually the president of Reading Pride. He just wasn't able to be there, and we missed you, and hope you're doing well. So we had such a good time. But we didn't hit any baseballs while we were there.
No, we didn't. I should have.
On the other hand, we didn't shoot any lions either.
I was there to find out they don't have the ostriches.
Well, they didn't have the ostriches.
Yeah, they don't have those ostriches anymore.
No.
They're too hard to take care of.
Really?
Yeah.
Ostriches are mean, man.
These weren't.
Well,
No,
they were
these
in
were
cages.
nice.
How
These
mean
were
can they
nice.
be?
They were
Yeah,
sweet.
actually, I fed one when
really?
we went on our field trip. But yes, no lions at the ballpark. Soon, no lions in
lions.
Africa because rich people keep shooting them.
Oh, that's terrible.
And here's what I have to say about what they're calling big game hunting. If you pay somebody $50,000 or whatever to go hunt for something, you are being guaranteed that you're going to kill something.
Exactly.
It's not hunting, it's gathering.
It really is.
It is.
Hunting is going out in the wild
It
and
is.
just like getting something.
Yes, you take your chances, you may get something, you may not, but when you're paying that kind of money,
You're getting
getting
something.
something.
Especially
So,
when they lure the lion out of the reserve they lured him out
That's not fair.
with
So-
dragging food. Just disgusting.
indeed. So again, if you don't know what the heck we're talking about, it's Cecil the lion in Zimbabwe, who was lured out of the game preserve where he was beloved by all the Zimbabweans, and shot by a dentist in Minneapolis, I think.
Probably not anymore.
Well, not anymore.
Hiding in a
Yes,
cave.
he's
now.
right now. He's reopened his practice.
Oh, has he?
I think
really?
he's
has.
gone to, Alaska somewhere.
There's
now.
enough people.
Nope, he's reopened his practice.
He's back in business.
Oh, he is.
He
Well,
has.
didn't they
Yes.
say that as a result
He's
of him
reopened his
killing the lion
practice.
that they were going to kill that his cubs would probably be eaten, right?
Yes.
So it's not
Because-
just a matter of
the
one
brother,
lion dying.
the
Yeah.
sibling of Cecil, was killed by the other lions,
But-
not long afterwards.
And
It's
again,
a dominant.
I just have to say it. I'm not against guns. I'm not against hunting. There's a limit, though, to what we do. And paying somebody that amount of money to go kill something beautiful like that, just so you can
Just to have
express your manhood, let's face it, this is what it is. He has a website full of pictures of him with a beautiful array of dead animals.
Yeah,
and
just
it's
buy a
only to
portion
make
of
himself, because have you seen the guy?
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying just buy a portion, move on.
There you go.
Midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Well, he also used a bow to shoot him and didn't kill him, and they had to track him for I forget how many hours.
40 hours.
40 hours.
Oh, see,
They
that's
tracked this
insane.
lion until they finally could shoot him and kill him. If you haven't read the short story, The Most Dangerous Game, I highly recommend it.
Yeah. And you know, I am an ag person. I think that hunting is appropriate. Hunting is necessary. But there's different types of hunting.
There's different types of
You
hunting,
know.
and a lot of these big game outfits specialize in hunting endangered or in question species.
Stuff you shouldn't hunt.
Stuff you shouldn't hunt. So
They are the Ashley Madison of hunting.
yes, they are the Ashley Madison of hunting. Exactly.
Exactly.
Now, I think that leads us perfectly into our next segment. Roll that tape.
I'm just so mellow tonight. I
want to see your head explode, though.
cannot. I am not
That's not
ranting.
happening today.
But I think
After
I don't
Ashley
know.
Madison, it's all downhill
I
from
decided.
there.
I decided that this definitely is going to be my last year of teaching at Albright.
Oh, wow.
I just need more time that isn't scheduled. But I love teaching, and I think the older I get, the more concerned I am with education and what happens to our children in this country. And I just read a really an amazing thing, because one of my certifications, I am a reading specialist, and I have always advocated that people need to read to their children from the day they're born. They need to read. The American Academy of Pediatrics a couple of months ago initiated a research-based initiative among all their pediatricians to encourage pediatricians in their general care of babies with parents when they come in for visits to highly encourage parents to read to their children, because children gain vocabulary by being read to better than in any other way. They gain a broader vocabulary than just in conversation. It creates, and there's been brain research, the parts of the brain that glow when children are being read to is the part that involves creativity and verbal integration, visual integration, and it's the same part of the brain that lights up when people are reading themselves to themselves. That doesn't happen when they're watching videos.
No,
When they're watching The Lion
zombies.
King, because there's no creativity. They don't have to imagine what happens when the frog jumps on the log, because it's right there. Somebody shows them. It's so important to develop children's vocabulary. Then we know, for instance, that by the time children are 3, poor children from poor families have millions fewer words in their vocabulary than children from families who have a little bit more affluence and who have more time and read to their children.
Could I interrupt you, Rand, for just a second?
Yes.
Is it now the difference between the video and the reading? When you're watching a video, it's so much easier to skip over something you don't understand. If you're reading a sentence and there's a word that trips you up,
Right.
you're more likely to actually ponder that word
But-
and take time.
Right.
So,
But they're talking here about very young children, and so they're being read to. And they said it just has so many benefits. It's the bonding experience of having a kid on your lap, reading him a story. It doesn't have to be a picture book. If you take your child now, who's barely a year old, a little bit over a year old, and you read the newspaper to him, it's a definite advantage.
I was reading parts of my thesis.
Doesn't have to see, because again, the creativity of trying to imagine what those words are saying is something that doesn't happen if they're watching a video. And so I just think it's something that I've been advocating for a long time. I give books as baby gifts at showers.
And that's a
I
new
do
thing.
too.
Instead of
I
a card, sign a book.
I
think
think
that's
that
great.
that the fact that pediatricians nationwide are now really going to keep pushing parents, people to read to children.
And it's so easy.
Yeah.
I think people are like, oh, I don't have time, blah, blah, blah. We have strategically put books in every single room on the floor.
Right.
And David will often go to the books before he goes to the toys, or he'll play with the toy for a while, but he ends up at the book, and now he opens it, and he like sits there and he goes, he's talking. And then
With
he
all
comes over, sits
all
with
else
me.
being equal, everything else being equal, children who are read to from a very early age do better academically, all else being equal.
and roll
That's my
that
rant.
outro. Oh my goodness! Well, it was a heartfelt urgence. Maybe not a
Maybe not
full-out
rant.
rant, but but it was
call to
wonderful
action.
nonetheless.
A call to action.
Our dear friend Jason sent us a "We all have secrets" picture. Which is true, we all do.
We do, indeed.
So Jamie took me out to dinner the other night for my birthday.
Oh, that's nice.
Which was early, but do I get a dinner on my real birthday? Oh, well. All right. Anyway, and we were trying to think, where should we go? Where should we go? What is your go-to restaurant in the area? When you just want to go somewhere, you know you can go there, you know you can get solid food, delicious food. Where is it?
Hong Tan's.
Really?
Wonderful choice. I love Hong Kong.
Place. Or Zhuang's Garden, both.
We go to Anthony's.
Ah,
It's
yes.
absolutely everything we've ever had there. I could go there every night and have something different for weeks and weeks and weeks.
It's lovely. I've only been there
They have
once,
a
but it was
wonderful
delightful.
choice of appetizers and entrees and Italian stuff and non-Italian stuff and desserts and
Where is this?
Anthony's off Carsonia Avenue on Penn side. It's a wonderful place.
Is it?
I'll have to try
It's
it.
one of the few remaining structures from when it was a park.
I
is it?
don't know. I
Or
don't
not?
think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
It's right across from where the park was,
Okay.
though. But it's just wonderful. They have a wonderful little outdoor eating area that's very Italian, very lovely.
sounds
They have
nice.
a place
Sounds
in
like
Oxford.
we need to do a
wonderful.
field trip there.
That's
what I'm hearing right now.
I'm all about that. Take me.
I will be glad to
Right?
arrange that.
Let's
yeah.
do it.
What about you, my darling?
You know, well, usually when I get the hankering to eat, it's after I work or after something. So it's always late. What's open late?
Yeah.
Diners.
Yeah, that's true.
Applebee's.
There's
Nothing
not
wrong
much-
with
That's
Good
where I
diner.
usually end up, at diners or Applebee's.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's foolproof.
What's
can
your
always
favorite
find
diner
something.
in the area?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go with West Reading.
Yeah,
West Reading, our
West
breakfast
Reading.
spot. We
Shout
It is
out.
our
didn't have
breakfast
breakfast
spot.
this month, but that's still
Yeah,
our
I missed
spot.
that.
I do like Queen City.
Queen City is good
I
too.
like Queen City. Actually, I
They
think
have
the
grits.
menu is better.
Sometimes I just get a
Wow.
hankering for grits because
Well, kiss my green.
I've never had grits. I have to try
Ah.
those. I know,
how
right?
can you?
I'm not opposed to
How
it. I
about
just never
cheesy
have.
grits? Do you ever make cheesy grits?
It sounds amazing.
I will. Well,
It's
maybe you
grits and cheese.
won't. Right.
What could
What
be
could
better?
be better?
It's something with
What could go
cheese.
wrong?
Anything with cheese is a win.
Fellow Weight Watchers, just turn this segment off.
Don't look at our table.
Well, I would happily go
Full
to
of
any of
cheese.
those.
Rice
That's-
cake with
Where
cheese.
did you go for
Delicious.
dinner?
I mean, I would
right.
have to say that mine is Papillon.
How did I know you were going to say that? I knew.
And
Yeah,
it's-
yeah, that's true.
You can't go wrong.
No.
I love
Papillon's
the place,
delicious.
and
When I have guests in town and I want to show them the best of what Reading has to offer,
Papillon's the spot.
Yeah, that's where I want to take
But I
them.
can schlep. I don't have to think at Anthony's. I have to
well, indeed.
Papillon. They're different planes. I mean,
Oh,
yeah, I
indeed.
can't say I like one better than the other. I like them
She's
on
going to
different levels.
Papillon. I'm going to the West Reading Diner. And I'm cool with that. I'm not complaining. I'm just
We
saying.
could do that in the same day.
Believe me,
Different
darling.
planes, that's all. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
Believe me,
so that's
darling.
just
I'm at
one
the
for
diner more often than I'm at Papillon.
And that's fine, right?
It is.
The diner is amazing. I love it.
You know, food doesn't have to be on a level. It can be, and certainly it's enjoyable. But food, I mean, the best diner food in the world is something that warms your heart, makes you, or even street food, food trucks. Food trucks
Oh
are
my
amazing
gosh,
sometimes.
I love food trucks.
I had a bad run-in with a Mexican food truck once in New York, where I didn't know what anything was, and I said, "Just give me something."
Surprise
and they
me.
gave me a plate full of things.
And
And that's what all.
And then it all heck broke loose. Right?
It was.
A little mayhem happened.
Now I'm someone who likes barnyardy taste. I mean, I like a good barnyardy wine, cheese, but this pushed the limit of barnyardy in the
no.
taste. There were definitely innards involved.
We are evolved. We don't
Mexican
have
sh-
to
no,
It's good sometimes in small quantities.
when you're expecting it, but not in Mexican food.
Well, indeed. So.
Ew.
Let's go to that second visit to Reading Fightins Phil's. Here we are at the Reading, a night out at the Reading Fightins for the LGBT Night. And Martha couldn't make it, but we have me and Sheila and Nicole and little David, who doesn't want to look at the camera. Oh, there he is!
There he goes.
There's David. And we are just having a wonderful time eating all sorts of food here in the Club 67. It is. What do you think of it so far?
I think it's fantastic.
How about you?
Loving it.
They've hooked us up with some stuff.
Indeed. Hooked
It
us
is
up.
hot though.
And David's running Nicole all around the park. It's
We've seen all the parts of the stadium now.
He wanted the grand tour.
so we're gonna sit back, eat, and watch some baseball. I'm having some green sweet relish, which is the most interesting shade of green. Look, it's my lips.
2, 3, stand up, go crazy! Good job, guys. That was great.
You are the crazy hot dog.
It's me,
How,
Flash.
how crazy are you?
On any given night, I'm the craziest one around.
Oh.
At least in Berks County, that's how I got the job. So.
That's excellent. And what is your ostrich's name?
This is Rodrigo. He's my trustworthy sidekick.
Rodrigo.
we need one more picture for
I hop on. He does his thing. We run around. We throw hot dogs. We scream. We have a good time. We make people laugh and have fun every night.
And how long have you been doing
This is the 12th year.
Wow.
So
That's fantastic.
it keeps me in shape.
That's awesome.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
The ostrich thin too. So
Indeed.
yeah, young and thin.
What does he eat?
Only hot dogs.
Only
Strict
hot
diet.
dog. Well, of course.
Yeah.
There we go.
Breakfast,
All right.
lunch, and dinner. Same with me.
Hot dogs, only hot dogs.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah. Breakfast champions. Hot dog a day keeps the doctor away. That's what I tell the kids. So.
Excellent. Well, thank you for chatting with us, and
Yes, thank you.
we'll let you get back onto your hot dog duties.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very
Good
much.
seeing you guys.
Indeed.
Take care.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me. I don't even know the words. Like, I never learned this song. I only know "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" and 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. That's it. That's all I've got.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if we ever come back.
Cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. Cause it's
1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. That's it. That's
Cause it's 1, 2,
someone like
3
you, it
strikes,
doesn't make
you're
sense
out
to
at
why
the old ball game.
Yay, that was wonderful.
I'm not really home a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Just once. That's what she said. See you later.
Oh, we had such a good time, and we have two home callers on the yes, I guess home viewers, not home callers, because they're not calling home, they're calling us. They're calling from home. They're calling from home viewers.
Who are they?
Who's the first phone caller? Hello, you're on.
Hello, this is Meg calling from your California contingent.
Oh, excellent. How are you?
So I really like the where you go for your local restaurant. So I'm going to do a quick plug for Paisanos in Pacifica, California. So if you're out here,
awesome.
and
Sounds like a road
I had
trip.
I also loved Martha's Rant. I've seen many of those, so it's nice to see them with a lot of boundaries, which is good. I did have a request, and just something to consider. is I was wondering, because I know you have a plethora of knowledge there, one of the things I've been trying to figure out is which musicals and plays I want to go see on the West Coast in the upcoming seasons. And I thought maybe you guys might consider, or gals might consider, doing something around what are the, your top plays and musicals that are going on around the country at some point, not tonight necessarily, but
Yeah, we should make that. We'll make that a topic for next for the next show. Yes. Excellent.
So other than that, you guys, you look wonderful. It was so nice to come home. I will share with you that Bart was delayed because of a suicide and a crime thing today. Very first world problem, but sad anyway. And I had to walk, I don't know, a mile to get to where I needed to go to get my public transportation. But I am now sitting looking out at the Pacifica coast with a glass of wine with the California contingent, and very well done, ladies.
Well, thank you, darling,
Thank you.
and we're incredibly jealous of your view.
Great. All right. Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. And who's our next home viewer? Hello, you're on the air. Do we have our second home caller?
Oh, yes. Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, who's this?
My name is Helga.
Hello, Helga. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much. Listen, I want to tell you how much I love your program.
Oh,
thanks,
well,
Helga.
thank you so much.
You have a great show.
We love you too.
We do.
Indeed.
Thanks for watching.
What's your favorite?
Oh, thank you.
What do you like about
thank you.
us?
Listen, it's so homey. I want to tell you.
It's just like you're hanging out with the girls, right?
I love your voice.
Hi. Oh, thank you.
You sing, and please sing for me again sometime. Will you sing again?
Oh, indeed.
Yes.
Yes, I was actually thinking next show maybe I'll do a little song.
Oh, please.
That would be fun.
And maybe we can do a sing-along.
Oh, that would
And I'll give
Can we
you
pick something I know the words to? Because you stump me every time and then I can't sing.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Helga, thank you for calling in, and thank you for watching the show. We love to hear from
Thank you.
our lovely viewers.
We have another one.
Because without you, we're just sitting here talking to the dog.
Which is okay.
Indeed. And apparently, we have another home viewer calling. Who's up there?
Hello, dear. It's Susan and Ellen, Jane.
Oh, my goodness. How are you?
We're okay. Hey, give me a little feedback on the new Vietnamese place on State Hill Road.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, the Pho House.
Really?
The Pho House is quite, I love saying that. It's the Pho House. Was absolutely delicious. I went with Jamie, and he had the pho. I had the bung. And both were delicious. I actually liked Jamie's a little better because I thought the buh would have a little bit of broth, but it didn't. My food knowledge mistake. But the broth on Jamie's was delicious. It was absolutely gorgeous. It tasted so homemade and just delightful. But now I'm being told by our producer that we have to move on. Enough of my restaurant review.
Okay, dear.
Huh? Okay. Thank you, my darling.
All right.
Thank you for
Take
calling
care.
in.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, and so we have a wonderful. We have a wonderful guest with us. She's been here before with in June with the Poetry Out Loud, Aaron, and he was just wonderful. And what are you talking about this time, Susan?
Well, this time, thank you very much for asking me.
Oh, please.
I'm talking about the 31st Annual Fall Festival of the Arts, of which it has been my privilege to be a chair for 5 years, the chair for 5 years. The festival has been sponsored for 31 years by Trinity Lutheran Church and Christ Episcopal Church in Reading. And they bring an interesting schedule to downtown Reading. And if you could put up the schedule on the back of the brochure, let me just do the Fall Festival at a glance. We open on Friday, September 11th, 6 to 8:30 with our art exhibit and sale opening reception. This year, our featured artists are Barbara Toon and Bruce Ilgen.
I love Barbara's work.
Yeah, Barbara's work is amazing, and many people know Barbara's work. They might not know as much about Bruce Ilgen, who is a potter and who actually used to be my veterinarian.
Oh, wow.
So, and his work is quite marvelous. We also, at that opening reception, have music by Lars Pottinger, and we have the Poetry Kids from Reading High coming to recite. The art sale goes continues for the next 2 weekends. Friday evening is the opening, and then we sell. It's open for a couple of hours in the middle of the afternoon on the following Saturday and Sunday, and then the Saturday and Sunday after that. Saturday, September 12th, we have Kurt Luders, who is our organist. I'll talk more about him in a minute, who's doing a salon discussion for which you must make reservations by calling Christ Episcopal Church.
Does that mean he's going to tell you how to fix your hair?
No, it means he's going to discuss his specialty, which I'll get to in
a
minute, okay? And then he's giving an organ concert on September the 13th, on Sunday, September the 13th. We have a family event October 3rd and 4th, which is a musical version of Miss Nelson is Missing, a popular children's book, which I again will talk more about in a minute. And the final event this year is Saturday, October 17th, a concert by Dr. David McConnell's group Vox Filia.
Just got a marvelous review.
Yeah, they just got a marvelous review. They did. So if we could take a look at Kurt Luders now, the picture of Kurt Luders. Let me talk a bit about him. Kurt is a Yale graduate and apparently was a classmate of David Ritchie, who is also a member of the committee. He has lived in Paris for most of his life and recently retired as the organ instructor at the Conservatoire de Plaisir near Versailles. And he is an expert on the Cavaillé-Coll organ. Now, Cavaillé-Coll, of whom we also have a picture, was a 19th century organ builder.
You look very much like Cavaillé-Coll.
Well, Cavaillé-Coll is back there. There he comes. Okay. A 19th century organ builder.
Hat, or is that his hair? Oh, it's a hat.
Yes, it's a hat. And I'm telling you this because I looked it up and learned it, not because I know anything about this, so please understand that. He apparently built organs, was one of the first people who built organs that could deal with symphonic music. He made stops on the organs that imitated instruments of the symphony orchestra. His largest organ is at the church called Saint-Sulpice in Paris, and
I've seen that organ. It is large.
100 stops and 5 manuals, which I'm sure means something to people who know something about organs. It means nothing to me, but it sounds really big. So there it is. And
that's the organ Philip Roth plays, isn't it?
Yes. Wandering into the world of double entendre here, which almost always happens when I talk about this, but moving right along. So, the salon that is being given on the Saturday...
Sorry, we're drinking. It's what happens.
...of opening weekend
I'm sober.
is going to be at the home of David and Dale Ritchie. Now, if any of you have seen any of David's opera talks that he gives before the Met Live broadcasts... It's very similar to that. It's a multimedia presentation on the Cavaillé-Coll organ, which should be very interesting. And then Kurt's concert, which is on Sunday afternoon of the opening weekend, is about the musicality of César Franck and has pieces by Franck, by Messiaen, by Berthier. And
where will that be?
That will be at...
sorry. She said Messiaen, and it's
let me back howling and tell you where everything is. The art show opening is at Trinity Lutheran Church. Okay. The organ concert is at Christ Episcopal Church.
That's what I was wondering.
How is their organ? I would imagine if he's playing.
I think it's.
Why are you looking at me like that? Question.
I'm just looking.
I'm not even going to
I have no idea.
Messiaen is just such an amazing composer for organ, and it's that When is that?
That's the 13th, September 13th, Sunday afternoon.
And of course I can't go.
At 4 p.m. Okay.
Recorded.
Yeah.
Then we have a break in the proceedings, and we have our family event, which is going to be at the Olivets Arts Center, and it is on October 3rd and 4th at 1 and 4 p.m. It's an hour-long musical version of the Miss Nelson is Missing book. Miss Nelson, the Miss Nelson series is a very popular children's series by Harry Allard, who also wrote a series called The Stupids.
That sounds like a fun book.
That's right up my alley.
Stupids. I would totally read that.
This musical version was commissioned by Imagination Stages in Bethesda, Maryland. Richard Bradbury and John Ganser worked on the original production of it, written by Jane Cushing, who has done many musical adaptations. And there we have Miss Nelson. Now, the problem here is that Miss Nelson is much too nice, and her children get into a whole lot of trouble. And so she disappears, and they get a substitute teacher whose picture, yes, there we go, Miss Swamp.
Oh my gosh, I read this book.
I was just going to say, she looks very familiar.
She caught me. That's what you're going to say.
And things proceed from there. For all our events, you can purchase tickets at the door. For this particular event, members of the Olivets are free.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And if you have your Olivet membership card, you can get in for free. Otherwise, it's $5 per family member.
Which still is like practically free.
Yeah, is there a...
Oh, absolutely. We have one more event to talk
Oh,
about.
my goodness.
We have the Voxphilia concert.
Right.
Which is October 17th. And the program for the Voxphilia concert is fascinating. David McConnell, Dr. David McConnell, always chooses pieces that we are not familiar with, but that we love. And 3 of the pieces that he's chosen are by living composers. One of them is called The Making of the Drum by a Brit named Bob Chilcott. And the text is poems that describe the making of a Ugandan drum that was given to him as a present.
That's cool.
And the poems were written by a Jamaican writer called Edward Braithwaite. And then he also has Eric Whittaker, who is a 45-year-old American composer who does apparently a lot of background music for things. But he has written a piece based on a poem by Charles Anthony Silvestri called Leonardo Dreams of His Flying Machine, which is about Leonardo da Vinci. And the other piece that he has talked about is by a Latvian, and who knows if I'm pronouncing this properly, but I'll take a crack at it, called Eriks Eisenplatz. And the piece is called Star, and the text is a poem by Sarah Teasdale, the 20th century American poet.
Wonderful.
So that's the lineup. And we have a website, which is the Fall Festival of the Arts, one word.
There it is.
.org. And you can also like us on Facebook.
Now, with that Voxphilia program, you said they are all living composers. If one dies between now and October, do they get cut from the program?
Probably not, because the program has already been produced.
All right.
So
fine.
too late.
All right. So
dying will not.
So you've got to stay alive. Composers,
watch your health.
There are no composer deaths between now and October. It just can't happen. Thank you, Susan, for being with us.
Thank you.
And
Well, thank you.
That sounds awesome.
yes,
Exciting.
I'm bitter that the organ concert with Messiaen is in September when I can't come see it, but I will forge on.
Skype.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us
My
so much.
pleasure.
Thank you.
And now I'm
Thank
told
you
we
very
have
much.
another home viewer.
It sounded like we
Is
had
that-
12.
Do we have another home viewer with us?
Yes.
Oh, we do. Welcome to That's What She Said. Who do we have? Oops, you're breaking up.
Oh, okay. My name is Rhonda.
Hello, Rhonda. So, what's on your mind tonight?
I have a couple of questions. First of all, how did you come up with the show of That's What She Said?
Actually, this was Jamie and I were out at seeing a friend's show, and we met Martha that evening. And go ahead, you can go from there.
When I first saw The View, I thought we could do this in Reading, and I had some friends that belonged to a bridge club and asked them if they would be interested, and nobody was interested. And I kept thinking there wasn't anything like this on Reading, on BCTV, and I just kind of buried the idea. And then over a couple martinis, and it was really the first time I'd met Jamie, and we talked about it. And he said, "Oh, could I do something with that? Would you mind if I developed that?" And I said, "No, I don't mind at all." Before I got home that night, he had already texted me or emailed me the whole thing he was going to propose.
Jamie's nothing if not an ego beaver.
Jamie was wonderful, so it really was a dream I had for, wow, how long has The View been on? Years and years, and
now
it
we're
came to fruition. And now we are.
Almost 4 years, yeah.
Right,
yes.
right.
Okay, and I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I have another question.
Yep, go ahead.
Which one of you said that you teach at Albright, or you're a reading specialist?
I do.
Which one? Can you go to the camera and point?
Sorry, that's Martha.
I'm sorry.
The one that you're just talking about how the show started.
Yes.
And my question is, well, you know how you said about you being a reading specialist? Well, I was encouraged to read, and I still am encouraged to read, but it's my comprehension where I get it in a different way, whether I read, where I have to go over and over it. But when you were talking about that really interested me, that topic about reading, when you said about getting children to read at such a young age and everything.
Yeah, it really, it doesn't have to be a book, reading magazines. It just reading to children is really an advantage. So thank you, Rhonda. I'm glad you picked up on that, and I hope that you will spread the word. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for calling in, Rhonda. And now we've got to, I actually went up to Dutch Apple, where Kirk spends his life, apparently.
Right.
I didn't see him.
Never see him.
Not anymore.
But we saw another friend, Rachel Hart, who's actually from
Rachel,
Reading.
yes.
And she's now working at Dutch Apple, and we did a little interview. Go to that tape. Well, I'm very excited to be backstage, here at West Side Story at the Dutch Apple Dinner Theatre. My dear friend Rachel invited me to come back, and we want to talk with her because she's a Reading girl originally. How did you find yourself here?
Well, I auditioned for the show in New York a couple of months ago, and I was really excited to be offered a role playing Velma here. And this is my first professional theater job. Before that, I was in a dance company for 3 years.
And I think you went abroad with that company, didn't you?
I did. Last summer, we went to Germany and we danced at an international festival in Dusseldorf.
Oh, that's awesome. Wonderful. I dated someone named Dusseldorf once.
Wow.
Yes, maybe he was from Dusseldorf. I never thought to ask. Sorry, I go off on tangents. It happens. Now, you said you're Velma in this show.
Yes.
And who is Velma?
Velma is a Czech girl who's also Riff's girlfriend. And we just have a ball dancing together at the gym. And we try to one up Anita and Bernardo. And I think we do a pretty good job.
Do you know how long this show is playing? Because I want everyone to come see it. I'm sure it's going to be wonderful.
Please come see the show. It runs through September 19th.
Oh, so there's a number of weeks left.
Yes, like 5 more weeks.
Oh my goodness. Well, yes, then you should get your butts here to see this wonderful show. Well, thank you for taking the time out, and I'll let you go to the dressing room and get all your stuff on, and I'll get out of the way back here, because I have stage managers looking at me going, get out of the way. So, I will go and take my seat and eat some buffet and enjoy your show. Thank you so much.
Happy to have you here.
Dance your little feet off.
I will.
All right, thank you. Oh, I just love that young lady. She is.
Me too.
She is just the most graceful thing on 2 feet.
She really is.
I have to mention, Susan wanted me to let you know that John Ganser is directing Miss Nelson. So, all right.
We have some stuff to give away.
We do have stuff to give away, don't we? Not a scarf, although you should make a scarf sometime to give away. The third caller will get the glasses. these
How's
fabulous
this? One,
glasses. Okay,
They're
1,
amazing.
2, 3, go! And we'll just talk amongst ourselves while you.
While everybody goes.
So, ladies.
Don't you want? Oh,
my surprise topic.
yes,
Wow.
you have a surprise topic.
I do.
Surprises.
Well, everybody keeps up with the news. I know, right? Are you surprised yet? My surprise topic, I know we've talked about this before, but I'm going to go back to Caitlyn Jenner. As you know, Caitlyn Jenner had a pretty bad car accident a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now they're talking about charging her with vehicular
Yeah.
manslaughter. Like, there's a chance that she
Really?
could go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you think
Celebrities
that's-
don't go to jail.
Celebrities, oh, well, they do go to jail briefly.
No, they go to community service.
They might go briefly.
They put a foot in.
But I'm wondering, like, how do you think they're going to handle Caitlyn's situation? I mean, with as well known as she is, and you know, just I mean, obviously it's a sensitive subject. I mean, what?
It's a very sensitive subject, and there's been a case that
Knowing that she's not fully transitioned yet either.
The New York Times has been running about a man who is trying to transition, and he has been a woman until he was arrested. He was put into a man's jail. They stopped giving him his hormones. He's been in, I forget for how long, and he's been trying to get treatment, and it's just not happening. And finally, after months and months of not getting the hormones that he's been needing, and awful things have happened to him,
I'm sure.
he is now supposed to start the hormone treatments again. Caitlyn Jenner, that's not going to happen. She will be treated with kid gloves, I'm sure.
Because of
but
how famous,
sadly,
yeah.
his case is probably one of many similar cases
And this
of
is the shame of the
transgender.
criminal justice system
Exactly.
in the United States. If you have if people
Money.
know you,
Exactly.
you don't tend to do as badly. Oops. Oh,
We have a winner.
We have a winner.
who's our winner tonight? Hello, you're on there.
Hello?
Hello, welcome to That's What She Said. You're our lucky winner. Who are you?
This is Meg from California! I'm so excited!
Heck on that one.
It's like calling WIW when I was in high school.
You're going to love these glasses.
Yes. Have they gotten your address yet?
I think Martha might have it. Martha
Well,
has
true.
my
I have to
address.
rack my brain, but I'm sure
Well,
I haven't.
Yes. Hang on the line, and they'll do their thing behind the scenes. And thank you.
so
And
funny. I love
I'm
it.
so glad you win. One.
All right, thank you.
Wow.
right.
This is our day.
Congratulations.
I feel popular tonight.
And now we have another
famous
home
today.
viewer. The phones are just ringing off the hook, and we're. Oh my goodness, we're coming down to 3
Holy
minutes.
mackerel.
Who's with us, home viewer? Hello, home viewer, you're on the air.
I guess we lost.
Oh.
All right. Well then. Oh,
They saw the 3 minute sign and they panicked.
Oh my goodness. Well, geez. Well, it's that's what she said. That's what she said online.com. We have a new, easier to type in web address. TWSS.tv. TWSS, that's what she said, .tv. It takes you to the same place. Use that one, it's much easier. And you find us on, she tweets to me on Twitter. Oh, Becca thinks that you and, that her Nico and your David should have a play date.
That would be the cutest thing ever.
Let me know. Make it happen.
Babies
That's
everywhere.
what she said. We arrange play dates. It's what we do.
Yeah, bring them here.
I was bummed you guys couldn't come to the game.
And also
was
find
having a
us on
rough day.
Facebook. We want to thank our wonderful crew here at BCTV, Emmanuel, Joan, and Amber, of course, who post fabulous pictures of her little baby. He can join the she
Yes.
can join the pictures of join the play
Yes.
date. Although I
Baby
guess
party.
she's a little young
It's
at this
okay.
point.
I'll just sit and cuddle her.
There you go.
Little baby. She's cute.
But we remember to, and thank you to our guest Susan and wonderful Rachel Hart. And do we have any plugs quickly?
Reading Theater Project, September 4th, 5th, and 6th. The 5 Minute Fringe Festival, new pieces, old artists at the Goggle Works. I'm not sure of the times. I think the 4th and 5th are at 8 o'clock, and the 6th is on at 2, but check the paper.
I have a plug too.
Quick.
Reading Theater Project.
Genesius is doing an encore performance of Hairspray, September 20th, I believe it is. Don't quote me on that, but it'll be on their website, genesiusdifference.org.
Cool.
So, yeah, on one concert version of Hairspray.
And I just want to give a shout out to all the teachers and administrators and students who have either just started or about to start.
We feel for you.
We do important work, and it's going to be a good year. So get it started and
to all
have
you
fun.
parents who are now sitting back going, thank God the summer's over. We appreciate that too. Thanks.
Oh my goodness. And remember, I have my own Instagram at janestreet.twss. I don't know how you get there. I'm sure you do. If you, I don't know these things. But our next show is on Monday, September 28th at 9 o'clock. Same bat channel, same bat time. Are we out of time there?
Just about.
Oh my goodness. But yes, our wonderful BCTV.
Woo!
Support them. They do wonderful work. They let us do this, and God bless them for that. And all the other wonderful things. If you got a few extra bucks, send them their way. Of course, things are always difficult in these wonderful financial times. Excuse me. Sheila's responsible for my agita. All right. So we'll see you on Monday, September 28th at 9 o'clock. Thank you for joining us. That's another TWSS, That's What She Said, saying goodbye.